लीजिए। So Koshi getting So I think we can start the event. It's already 9 p.m. Bangladesh time, and I think uh, Germany or Egypt time it is 5 p.m. So hello, Saif again. Our side chair, hi, Sriman Vidhan Bara is already here, but I think we can discuss it on the question and answer session. Just now we will start the main session, okay? So, hello everyone. Welcome to the special occasion of IEEE Day 2021, organized by IEEE Student Branch, University of Dhaka, with all societies and affinity groups of IEEE Student Branch, University of Dhaka. And I am Malish Islam Topati, Chair of IEEE Student Branch, University of Dhaka. Our Treasurer Shahamat Mustavi Tassin of our branch and Mohammad Aminul Haq Chaudhuri, Chair of IEEE Electron Device Society Student Branch Chapter, will conduct this session with me. So we all are undergraduate students of the Department of IEEE, University of Dhaka. So I think to all participants, it is easiest to understand the impact of IEEE volunteering when you see it as a live example. And here comes our speaker, Mohammed Saif, to assist us in better understanding it. So our speaker, Mohammed Saif, is an electric power engineer at the Egyptian Electricity Transmission Company. He is the chairman of IEEE Power and Energy Society Membership and Development Committee since 2018. He is also co-founder of IEEE Site Egypt section. So Mohammed Saif presents us today with his amazing experience with IEEE. I think now we can start this session. So just a little request to all our participants, you can ask any question or inquiry at the questions session. So please don't unmute yourself during the experience sharing session by your speaker. So I think, Saif, you can start. Will you share your screen? You are the co-host now, so I think you can share your screen.
Yeah, I will only talking without presentation. It will be great to interact with the friends, IEEE friends. It will be great. And yeah, thanks, Maisha, for this introduction.
Okay,
and,
thank you, Saif.
I'm really happy being with you and all of these great leaders of IEEE University of Dhaka. Really, you are doing great, and I want to share with you some of my experience. Let's start from the beginning. I was volunteer, of course, in the student branch, and I helped also in establishing the student branch in my university in Cairo. So we started together to build this team from the beginning. And at the beginning, I wasn't, of course, the chairman, but I started to be like member of committee and then leader and so on till I become chairman of the student branch. During this short journey, during 3 years, it's like everything declared because I participated in many IEEE events in Egypt section and meet many IEEE members like from Region 8 during many competitions in Egypt. So it was the beginning for me to know that IEEE is worldwide organization, really, not only from the website and all of this information. From this point, I started to see new horizons like Region 8. So from this point, I started to think how to be part of Region 8 or attend at least Congress of Region 8. Anyway, so during 2016, I joined my first Congress in Germany. For me, it was really important step because during this program, there is a visit to a factory in Regensburg, Munich area called MR, which very important factory to produce something in the transformer called tab changer. So I was very excited to attend there, and that was the beginning for me for like new connections with IEEE. And really, the first thing was to go to the factory. Second one, or the second, like we can say, something important or priority for me. It's to meet new IEEE members, maybe. But when I went there, I met at least 30 members, and I have amazing connections with them. We were a lot, but I made new connections, like about 30 connections. And before I traveled there, I connected to the IEEE Power and Energy Society because I was member also in membership committee under the leadership of Juan Carlos. By the way, he's really inspiring leader. So when I contacted him and told him that I'm going to travel to Germany, so how's going on? Is there any booth there in Germany, or someone leading a session about PS? So I need to know him, and I would like to help. So he surprised me that there is no, there is no existence of PS during this Congress. So for me, it was surprise and opportunity. So I decided to tell him, let's make PS exist in this Congress. So we started to work on this and make sponsorship deal with the Congress, and we made it. Of course, during I think 2 weeks maximum, we made many agreements, and they started a transaction from PES to the Region 8 Congress. From this point, when I traveled to Germany, I become the representative of PES in the Congress. And of course, I met many IEEE members there, from leaders to simple volunteers who went there, like supported by IEEE as a chairman of chapter or student branch. So I made nice connections, and that was the first beginning. And the second Congress I went again, it was in Portugal, and I met new people, and the old ones come for me. I remember till now um, two chapters I met from Lebanon. They came to me, asked me, "We are the friends of the person who met you in 2016. We are made we made this or established the chapter, and we are working now, and we got funded from PS to attend the Congress again." So that it made me feel that I made an impact to the Region 8 chapters. So from this point, I got credit in the PES membership committee. And in 2018, Juan Carlos, as a chairman of this committee, suggested me to be the next leader for the membership committee. So it was really great honor for me to have this opportunity and to make such impact. So great to be with these great leaders like Diego Alancar from Brazil. These inspiring me a lot. And during like working with these volunteers, we got many experiences, how to work, how to be leader. It helped me a lot in my work. So let's going like to talk about the impact of the IEEE volunteering journey on my work. During my work, when I started in 2012, I was like, yeah, green, we can say, nice engineer with nice knowledge. Let's start to work. So in my company, we have, of course, engineers, technicians, workers. So to work in this environment, we need to understand very well how it works, the first thing, and every personality. So by volunteering with IEEE from 2016, you see, after 40 years of working, I was having some problems of connection with the technicians and understanding their personality. But after volunteering in many events with IEEE, I got like the skills to understand every personality and to see what's make them motivated to work. Like someone very important to understand very well every step. Like he he looks to the engineer as a role model. He's like very important man in this world, like very very important. So he wanted to like understand the the like the concept, not only to tell him what to do. And another one, he must be punished if he exceeded the limits, and someone he must be treated as a friend. So all of this I learned from the volunteering with IEEE in conferences, meetings, and congresses, and so on. Another thing that when I attended another congress, I of course uh, I attend many sessions there. I found IEEE site. IEEE site, it was really new thing, and I wanted to know about it more. What this site? It's site or abbreviations. What does it mean? So I I remember this session. I was in Tunisia, and I came to this country. It was really great country. And at the first day, it was the previous day of this session, I drank coffee, and it was very strong for me. And after 24 hours, I felt so sleepy. And it was in the IEEE site session. It was really embarrassing. So I was so curious when I woke up next after maybe 3 hours or something like this to know what happened in this. So I was so curious what's going on. I need to know. Of course, I slept in my room, not in the session room. So I started to contact with the speakers and all of the persons who I saw on the stage to know from them what's going on, what happened. So they tell me about nice projects in Tunisia and something related to communication. So I was like getting a light in my mind, like I need to make something like this, but in power, because really I'm really passionate about the energy, especially the solar energy. So I connected the lines when I heard from them. Of course, it was great idea to talk to them face to face and share the knowledge. And of course, I know from them that it's not easy to apply and get approved. So they supported me. They told me, when you go back to Egypt, send us your proposal and we could be reviewing with you in order to send it in good like standard, like not not to apply it and then IEEE site bring it back to you and tell you increase the details or change something like this. So it was really great uh, opportunity to meet such people. They helped me during around 3 months in order to prepare the proposal. And 2017, we applied the proposal, and I contacted the IEEE Day ambassadors. It was really amazing, of course, experience and skills, how to choose the team members. So I was searching from where I can get members. I'm motivated and I like the idea and I know how to make it. So I need a team. I can't make it alone. So I contacted the IEEE Day ambassadors and talked with them. And we were like 6 members at the beginning, and we have approval from the chairman of the section. Especially, I'm talking about the IEEE Day ambassadors because really they are fully motivated and know IEEE very well and have nice connections within the student branches. So from this point, we started to work on the proposal and send the proposal, and we got approved finally about this amount of money to make this project. So what the project is? The project it's like providing solar energy to poor houses. We have in Egypt some locations in faraway areas who depend on the diesel generators only. So in these locations, they pay a lot of money for the fuel. So we like left all of this burden from their shoulders to bring this solar energy for them. Especially they are not rich people or middle class. They are poor people and working for fishing. So from this point, we have a target. We have target which is providing solar energy to certain people. We go there and make a site survey to know how many people living there, the condition of the houses, and the amount of location, especially in order to know the conditions for the solar system. So after this, we got funded and we contacted with the section, which was a really headache. It's really the difficult part maybe in this journey to make the project. So we learned a lot from this journey, and all of this impacted on my work. And you know, nowadays, when I contact IEEE members, I know one of some of them from IEEE Jordan, especially, they gave me some advices about a nice field also related to energy called energy management. So without having these connections with these people, I would never know about this interesting field. The energy management field is amazing and wide knowledge, which is very important. I'm not only talking about this field, I'm talking maybe you are from computer science or communication or any other field. When you meet your IEEE members who share the same knowledge or field, so you share with them what you know and get the new experiences or ideas, at least like what happened with me in Tunisia when I heard this idea of them and connected it with the energy. They were providing a service of internet to schools and make STEM program. So let's make something related to what I've learned and what I'm uh, passionate of. So I'm encouraging you to think about anything that you can like pay back for the community and deploy your knowledge for this and contact with IEEE branch or chapter to make it project and apply for it. And also as a one of IEEE PES team, we have program called Member Driven Initiative. You can prepare a proposal with maximum budget $5,000 and apply for this grant. So this is the main thing that I wanted to share with you today, and I'm willing to hear from you your questions. Thanks so much.
Okay, thank you, Saif, and welcome. So thanks for the interactive and amazing session. So Shahmat Tassin and Amnulukha Chaudhary, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
Okay, I think you can start the questions session.
Okay. Thank you, Saif, for your very informative experience, and it was really, you shared the whole journey, like from the beginning, from scratch to the end, and it is sometimes very important to hear the whole story to get the proper perspective and how it is actually helping you to achieve your goals and for your own growth in terms of career and in terms of connection and everything. So now we will shift to the question and answer session of our event today. So if anyone has any question to Saif, please raise your hand, or you can type your questions in the chat box. So yeah, you can just interact with him. So it's just a very it's very good to see that the event is very informal, and our speaker is very friendly. So no need to panic or anything. You can ask your questions.
My pleasure.
Hello, I'm Sriman Bidhan Barui. I'm currently working with IEEE site SBDU. I would like to ask you a few questions. Is that all right, Mr. Mohammed Saif Din?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to let you know that recently IEEE site approved one of our projects for funding. We're starting on this project now. I understand you're here in contacting the country section and the journey. We are starting to understanding it, and we are going through the journey. Any advice or suggestion regarding the project implementation, or how a new site group should work and function, that would be very helpful for us. So if you can elaborate on that.
Okay, welcome. So about the advice towards the steps to get the funding, you already approval of funding, right?
Yes, we already got the approval, but we are yet to receive the funding.
Yeah. So my advice is to you that you start, of course, contacting the section and telling them about what's going on, because sometimes they panic. Something happened and we don't know, so we need to don't support, or maybe sometimes they feel offended sometimes that someone is working behind their knowledge. So it was really very important to make them in the picture with little bit information, not the whole document and every steps. So for us, it was really hard.
Yes, I understand.
we got support from IEEE site, and they started to contact the section. Of course, the section really was not believe us that we got funded from IEEE site. What? Where? How? But of course, you are doing something weird. So we contacted the IEEE site to contact the section to tell them about this. So the first thing or advice is to contact the section and tell them abstract about your project and how much is it very important to the community and to you. Like, we wanted to pay back to the community and apply our knowledge to be more experienced. That will be like when they saw that you are very passionate about your idea and keen on this, they of course will surrender finally. Like, they will help you and they will support you. So first thing is to put them in the picture. The second thing is to know about the financial steps in the IEEE. So IEEE site will send the funding to the section, and the section will ask you to provide them with we can say proposals from companies who has official documents. So like maybe in Egypt it looks like in the same in the world, I don't know. They requested from us 3 different proposals from 3 different companies to to install the solar system. And for me, I told him that I can do it. I know this, and I got a course about how to design a solar system, and I want to apply this knowledge on this, and it will be more cheap, or we will don't pay more money to a company. I will be volunteering with my efforts. So from this money, we can bring more equipment, but it's not legal actually. So they need something to be official company in order to be responsible of installing and maintenance for 1 year, maybe something like this, like a big project. So you need to contact companies, at least to know about the prices and how it's going on about installing. So of course, I wanted to know about your project, what the field of it, and what the target of this project. Please, Sivan, could you tell me about this?
Yes.
Please.
You want to hear about the project, right?
Yeah, yeah, the target of this project.
Yeah, so currently there is some problem with the drinking water in the area I am living. So it's for the people in this area, they have to bring the drinking water outside their home, like for a nearest deep tube or submersible pump, just not in the house. So we want a system that can bring the drinking water home. They obviously receive supplied water, but that is not drinkable. So we want to make that water drinkable for the supplied houses. I get your experience regarding the country section, but because I already started contacting them, and then they are surprised, as you said. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I can work with them. They are kind of processing it slower here. That's the
Yeah, that's normal.
current experience. But
Yeah.
Regarding the companies and authorities for the ensuring maintenance, that's kind of new to us. I hope your advice can help us in this regard. Another thing I want to ask you about it, that how should we contact the local authorities, or how the agreements with the local authorities should be for IEEE site and site group? Can you provide any suggestions regarding that? Also, if you have any further question on the project, please feel free to ask.
Okay, that's great opportunity, really, to know about your project. Good luck, and that's a great idea.
Thank you.
God bless you. So this great idea. Of course, you need to have many cooperations, like with the local authorities. That will be great, of course, to help you to talk to the people and like to be like assurance that the people will be caring about this system, not don't yeah, like don't use it badly or sell it after you install it. So it's very important, of course, to have connection with the local authority. Maybe we had like local system to like to contact with the people in houses, so they care about the roads, they care about the lights of the roads and the rubbish, to collect this. So this authority, we contacted them that we need to install this project in this area, and they were a company with us. Like one of them were with us, and it was really nice help. Really, when the people saw someone like this person was with a pistol, you know, it's like a policeman, but not police, but he is officer in this local office. So he was only with us to know what we are doing, and if something happened to us, they will protect us. So that's very important, not to go alone. So see someone, maybe you have a friend in this area and know many of people, or old man who know a lot of people in this area. So he will be like authority for you. He will or she will tell these people that you are doing nice project there and help him. So that's the first thing. Of course, if something confusing or conflicting with the authorities, course, you need to clarify this from these local authorities, especially about the water. If you are making any connection in a main pipe, you need to ask about this, because it's really like very important. You are like interfering with something official and provided to the public. So you need to ask someone about this if you are making any connections from the main pipe of water. So it's very important to do this. And I talked about the funding process. You need to be in contact with the section and, of course, be patient. If there is any delay, you contact IEEE site by email. They reply very fast, and tell them we need you to support us to to hurry up or make this process faster. And that's very important, of course. About installing the project, you need to learn how to install it very well and to read, of course. I'm sure that you know about these details about this project. Of course, that will be great opportunity for you to apply what you have learned. So that's the main thing. And another advice that you need to think about the report. Now you are waiting for the funding. I know that's very boring step, but during this step you can get benefit from this and prepare for the report. When you install, you know how to install, I think, right? You know how to install this. Yeah, that's a great. And think about the report.
Yes.
I'm telling you about the report. Why? Because in the report, they will need from you detailed description, of course, about this project, and detailed description how it's done with pictures. So you need to think how to make this report amazing. Like you need pictures. Okay, so prepare very well to bring photographer or someone with nice mobile phone. And what kind of pictures you need. So for us, that was the main video or picture is to we have dark room, and then we switch on the light so we see the light. So this is very important thing to prepare well for this. Like maybe from you need to prepare for pictures, videos about the steps of installing. Someone should be following you during installing this project from the A to Z. And of course, one with videos and one with photos. That will be great material for you for great report. And the report, of course, must be about sustainability. You need during installing to know how many people living there, the ages, or maybe the kids, how many kids. That's very important. If you have 50% kids, maybe, so really it will be a great impact of this project, because they will drink clean water. They will not spending more time of this day going to bring the water, going and back. So it will affect the whole community health, not only about kids. No, kids will grow up after many years and will be leading this community again. So this is about the impact. You need to emphasize this impact. Also, the last thing is to think about the next steps, what you will do. But you will, of course, get the funding from IEEE side. That's it. No, you need to think about the next step. It's about sustainability, like I told you before.
Yes.
So you think about maybe donation campaign in the future, sponsoring campaign, if you can, from the companies which sell for you. this product, you could make a deal with them to get discounts, maybe. So it will be very helpful, and it will give IEEE site an indication that your site group is working upon the sustainability goals. So that's very important, and really I wish you good luck.
Thank you, Mr. Muhammad Saif. Then your advice is quite will be quite helpful, I guess, because it shows the whole picture, I guess. I will keep think about the advices you have told us, but the advice regarding the local authority, yes, I am thinking about it, contacting the local councillor or the selected members of the government, so that we can have some security or any objections from the local authority if regarding the project. Thank you for your advice. I will give the floor for any further questions from the audience. Thank you.
Yeah, I will request the participants again that if you have any questions, you can raise your hand or you can use the chat box. And we have also some questions from the Google form. If there's no one asking, okay. Our Walid bin Habib Bhai is here.
Walid.
Ask a question. So please.
Yeah, hi Muhammad. Saif, how are you?
Hi.
Yeah, it's very nice to meet you. I was quite busy because tomorrow is the Press Hack Congress, and today is not a weekend. So yeah, but it's really nice to connect you to my home university, and I hope it went well. I have a question on behalf of all of them because I guess you are much experienced in IEEE PACE, and though there are no PACE in the University of Dhaka, but a lot of students are aligned with their work. So recently, I've got an email from Thiago that they are launching the CSEC program, ambassador program. There was a part which is for renewable energy for school, yeah, PACE race for the kids. So what do you think that, I mean, in the University of Dhaka, they are doing side projects and a lot of projects, but I guess a country like Bangladesh, where we can really motivate the school children or the college students, how to align their future in the engineering. So what do you think about this PACE race? I do not know much about it as well. So if you can give some enlightenment on it, that how the students who are present here, how they can also think about not only community, also participating in the renewable energy for school project. And then I also know from there. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks, Habib. So about the RES, which means renewable energy for schools, this is a great program really to put this knowledge to the student schools. So the way to make it, it's usually you can do it online or offline, but mainly offline. It will be more interactive. Maybe from 5 years ago, it was started with a kit which contains a solar panel and a fuel cell and wind turbine, small of course, which make or generate power to a small car. So that's very important to make interactive learning kit. So it'll be so helpful. And if you don't have this kit about renewable energy kit, you need to provide videos and prepare small sessions about the solar energy, the wind energy, the fuel cells, and so on, about the hydropower. So that's, you need to prepare a small presentation for the kids about the renewable energies. So it should be mainly contains pictures, videos, no, of course, no equations, no word. It would be only pictures, videos, or kits. If you can get it, it will be great, of course. And if you have it, it will be great. If you don't have it, and it's no problem. interactive learning. It's amazing. So the aim of this program is to like uh, you give the knowledge to the new generation, because I remember when I was kid, I don't know about renewable energy. That's something I remember. I know about electricity, and I was playing with wires and small lamps. So I was connecting them series and parallel. I remember this. It was really um, amazing and enjoying. So to know about the renewable energy from this age, it will help the community, of course, when they know about like recycling. Maybe you can put it in the idea that maybe you can tell them this story. We have pollution. We have many sort of pollutions. So we need to stop this. So the scientists and engineers decided to find a new way, which is renewable energy. This energy will not make this harm to the like environment or the atmosphere, and it also brings us the electricity what we need. So what this energy is, and so on and so on. So you could talk about the pollution and the sources of pollution, the cars, the burning the rubbish sometimes, or burning anything. So when they learn all of these behaviors, it will be great impact on the community from this age. So I support you really, and to prepare a small presentation about this, about the renewable energy resources, and contact one of the schools, maybe your school when you were a child. So it will be great for them to see you again. Hi, engineer, welcome back. So it could be nice. And or you have any acquaintances in school, they will help you to like present like 30 minutes workshop for the students. So by videos, by photos, by kits like this, what I told you about. And really, that's great to make this session for all the school if you can. So that's great idea to join this, and it will not take a lot of time from you. That's of course very important. So I hope it will be very helpful. And by the way, I wanted to add something else. Any activity you do, it will be like point, added point or bonus for you as a student branch when you apply for any award or anything from IEEE Region 10.
Committee. Yeah.
Yeah. What again?
I said that.
So,
yeah. Yes, sir, you can.
Yeah. So I was saying that every activity, even it's small, but really it's very important to make any activity with RES. So start to contact school and prepare this curriculum to tell them that we have maybe 10 slide presentation about the solar energy, wind energy, and so on and so on. And we need 30 minutes to talk with the kids about this, and we will show them videos, pictures about the renewable energies. So that will be great. And when the school see you serious and making impact on these students, they will really uh, be motivated to continue this with you, and maybe um, like recommend you for any other schools. I know maybe some schools have many branches in different neighborhoods, so it will be great to make a contact or agreement with this kind of schools which has many branches in many neighborhoods. So it will be great, of course. And this activity, of course, concentrate on uh, reporting, prepare nice pictures, nice videos for your volunteers while working, to make a report about this and send it to the IEEE PS e-news to show the world how you work on this. So any activity you do, prepare nice report about it and make this report via vTools. vTools, you know, I think vTools, IEEE vTools, make a report with pictures and many details that will support you uh, in the IEEE Region 8. When you apply for the best student branch or the outstanding student branch or outstanding volunteer from your student branch or something like this, when you have many activities that will support your application. Good luck.
Thank you, Saif. Yes,
You're
it
welcome.
was really, directional advice, and besides, encouraging students to join PES or any other IEEE societies, it will also, I think, help them to know, to love engineering as a field, like how they can,
that's right.
create an impact around them and make things better. Especially for school or college kids, sometimes engineering may seem like a very hard or not so much, like other subjects, not so much accessible. So it will also, I guess, help them understand that yes, if you go to engineering, you can, have a very broad options to create an impact in people's life.
Yeah, that's right. Very important point, really. When I was like in pre-university stage, in Egypt, we have many movies talking about engineer. So mainly the engineer is architecture only or civil engineer. So I don't know. He called them engineer. So when I went to the faculty of engineering, so I was thinking that I will be like this actor. So it become really different. I found many fields and many subfields. So that's really important to show these kids that there is engineering, of course, about this clean energy, and there's different kind of engineering. You can make also activity about this in the pre-university stage to make one day in the year to tell them about engineering fields. That will be great, of course, to make them not surprised. Yeah, so they know about it before going to the university.
Yeah, right. So we have some questions from the Google Forms that we provided earlier to the participants. So one of the question is like, often we have to like, if we think about creating a society from scratch, like you are the co-founder of IEEE site Egypt section. So creating a section for a society seems like a lot of work. Right? So did you face any challenges in the process of building this section, or what was your strategy? If you shed some light on that process for us.
Okay, so when I started the IEEE site, it considered as not only society, it's a humanitarian activity committee. Like if we put it in a place in the section, it will be a humanitarian activities committee. So it's like part of the section, and it has affinity groups, it has student activities, humanitarian activities, educational activities, and so on and so on, and of course technical activities. So the technical contains many societies. So when you want to start chapter or affinity group or anything under the umbrella of the section, you need at least 6 members and like advisors for them. Of course, the advisor should be mainly member grade or higher. So that's the main requirement. I got this people. I become one of the 6 members, and we made agreement with the doctor, and then we found like this is the only required thing, like numbers or membership number, as I told you, like to check if the membership is active. And the second thing is the project, of course, about sites. You must provide plan for what you will do. We were only at the moment when we started site group, we only were thinking about solar projects in somewhere for some people. We don't know exactly. So that's the beginning. After approval of site group, we think about the exact people who need this service and think how to provide this service. And we started to learn about how to design the solar system exactly, like professionally, we can say, because I learned before this, like theoretical, how to calculate, how to make this calculation, but not to how to install it, or how to direct it, how to manage this work. It's not difficult, of course, but you must know it in order to include this knowledge in your proposal. So under the umbrella of section, you need only 6 members and advisors. It could be the advisor, the section chair, if you are doing it in the section. If you are making the chapter in the student branch, you need the approval of the advisor of the student branch. I hope I replied your question. And of course, when you start communicating with the section and know how they deal, like it's like you learn negotiation skills to know about these people, kind of people, what they need to make them happy about what we do. Of course, you need to think about them, to think about what they will gain or be like happy with. Of course, they will be happy when they have. When I was talking with the section chair, I was talking with him that, of course, you will have new humanitarian activities committee, and you will have added activities like we made, of course, this project, and we have events and so on, and some awareness activities. So I'm only talking about what their priorities. The priorities of the section is to have many activities and bring them appraisal. Like that's a great good luck section of Egypt or anywhere. So that will be great, of course, and especially when, as I told you before, when they found emails and calls from IEEE site to them, like asking them what's going on about this application, you need any support from us. So they found it really important, and they started to be more collaborating. So I really suggest you and encourage you to learn all of these negotiation skills and do what you are dreaming of. Good luck.
Thank you,
Yes,
Said. That's really informative, and we'll keep that in mind. We also some other questions there. We also have some other questions on the Google form. It's actually a question that we face from time to time whenever we go for membership recruitment. That is that when we approach the students to join IEEE, the common question we face is what's in IEEE for me, or what do I find from it? And this is the question we had in Google form, and I would like to also add that most members that are present today are student members, but you have experienced IEEE from a professional perspective. So I would like to know more about what from your experience. What did you? How do you go about from the IEEE?
My like the benefit, my benefit from IEEE, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, really, I get the first thing that how to improve my communication skills. Before before IEEE joining IEEE volunteering branch, I was, I think, 0% communication skills. So for me, it was additional value, really. That's why I feel connected very much with IEEE and want to pay back so much. So because that's very, for me, that's very important. Maybe someone else, it's nice, okay, they have these skills from their families or friends or the normal life, but for me it was really different. That's number one. Number two is the connections with the professors. The doctors in my university, they were knowing me by name. So for me it was really privilege really. And when I started to like to study like for diploma in this university again, so they were really happy to see me again, and I become assistant for them in some research, and of course in the PES Egypt chapter they started to like collaborate with me because we are at the same university and they have my contacts. So it was for me one of the steps that made me join the PES membership committee at the beginning, because when I applied, of course, uh, they asked me about my activities. So in the university, I was volunteer in many conferences organized by my university, and by recommendations from the professors, of course, they know me very well from IEEE. And in the work field, I got this experience from IEEE to like how to negotiate with the people, to think about they must be like win-win situation, not I need to be the winner because I'm engineer and I'm right, they are must be wrong. No, they must of course win something. At least at work, I started of course to be thinking about this win-win situation, because I need what I need this task to be done very well. Okay, and they need to be sometimes to be happy from doing something by themselves. So I tell this technician, please help me, support me. I know everything and I can do it alone, but I know that this person in this team, he needs to do something with his hands, so he will be so happy. And another one happy with appraisal that thank you very much for your support and for your advice, something like this, to learn about reading the personalities. So this, of course, translated to more performance in my work. So for me, I see from the reactions, I don't see it by myself. These people prefer to work with me, technicians, workers, even, of course, sometimes engineers, because some jealous people don't like someone who has nice, great group who loves to work with him. But it's also nice with my colleagues, the engineers. So that's great course skills you learn from IEEE when you engage more in IEEE activities, because really it could be wasting for your time if you are paying a lot of time and effort and you are not having anything back. Like for me, of course, after years of volunteering, when I become chair, when I started to become chairman of committee, I started to get like travel support when we were traveling. That was really amazing to join IEEE meetings, congresses with the support of IEEE. So of course it came after I can say yeah, 3 years maximum, 3 years of volunteering with global committee. But really that's great, like great investment for me, like to get this support. And of course, without IEEE, I couldn't apply for funding from IEEE side. That's really something I'm really proud of. I was in interview. I was trying, of course, to shift from my company to another. So I was in an interview, and they asked me about what something you are proud of. What's the most thing you are proud of? So really, the project of IEEE side to provide these people with the solar energy, really, it makes me feeling so proud. And I remember these people, they are like, some poor people asking for money or something. No, they are not this kind of people at all. They were helping us to install everything and carry anything. So they were happy with this service and helping us so much. So really I saw this impact. So I really so proud about this. And if you make any impact in the community, even if it's very tiny, you will really feel satisfied, because I think it's in the genetic of engineers. They need to make an impact, want to have something to make it right. So the biggest thing, of course, is the skills, improvement in my skills. And of course, after some years, when I become leader of the membership committee, I started to be funded from the IEEE to travel and attend the congresses and so on. So that's really was for me fair enough, because yeah, I paid many years, and of course uh, provided some efforts for the IEEE as a IEEE volunteer. So of course IEEE pay back for us when we become leaders and so on. So I encourage you, really, that's really very important for me to tell you all of you, think about something different you can be unique in. Because when I started really to be volunteer in PES, I only choose it because it's the same direction of my field, electric power engineering. So I searched about the societies of IEEE. I found PES is the typical society for me. So I started to know about it and see their meetings and follow them on the Facebook. So when Juan Carlos sent a post on Facebook, he sent post on Facebook requesting volunteers. I didn't hesitate and sent to him, and from this, all of my journey started. So you need to think about your like appropriate field. Yeah, I saw in some countries they are computer engineers, but they are going to the direction of PS only to get funding to travel to the PS Congress. So of course it's nice, not bad, because they are making some events and so on. But finally, what's the point? You can also join computer society and get something like this to attend a meeting or congress also. So that's very important for you in order not to waste any time. At least you become in the community that you need to be.
Thank
I
you,
hope
sir.
I replied your question, and
Yeah.
good luck for
Yeah,
you all.
we
Really.
feel the same. We feel the
Thanks.
same. I mean, we get through volunteering in IEEE, we get to meet a lot of people, work with a lot of people, have experiences, and that's great. And I hope, and we aim to expand these experiences longer.
Yeah.
So
good luck.
yeah, of course. So I mean, are there any more questions?
If you have any other questions, you may ask. We have reached the 10 p.m. In our current time. So that can be the last question. Saif, do you have any constraints with the time? If that's so, we can end the meeting here, or we can take any more questions from the participants.
We can have another 5 minutes or yeah, of course. I wanted to repeat my advice. Really think about something unique, which makes you unique. Also, something about IEEE that I was searching for. I started with PES, which is at the same line of my field, and then it leads me to IEEE site, which is also something new for my section and unique, and also at the same connected to my field. I didn't start a project in aerospace or something like this. So to be aligned with your field, it will be very important, and it will add more value for you and impact also. Of course, I need you to mention these experiences in the CV. Like I'm IEEE member since blah blah blah, and I did or organized something big, or I joined a meeting in somewhere. For me, of course, I mentioned, of course, visiting the factory in Germany. That's very important for me, and I'm so proud from this step. And by the way, when I traveled to Germany, it was, as I told you at the beginning, PS was not sponsoring the event. So I become like representative of PS and coordinator of this sponsoring deal. And when I finished and I come back to my country, they asked me to send them a report. I put the pictures and the contacts of all the people who I contacted with, and yeah, that was, and I printed some things from my money in Germany and spread this like brochures or something like this. So I found the leader, Juan Carlos. He sent me email, told me send me also the receipts of these printings and your flight ticket. So it was really amazing for me, like really amazing appreciation, and something makes me really proud of what I've done. That was really great and makes me motivated for more steps. For you, my advice for you is to think and to be creative, innovative in your place. Like I know about the trend of entrepreneurship and startups and so on. You can really be entrepreneur in your place, in your company, or yeah. In my company is a governmental company. It's far away from entrepreneurship, but I become entrepreneur in way of working. It's totally different from the whole way of working. So for me, my advice is to be entrepreneur, not only to be making your own business. Of course, you need to have your own business, but after some years of experiences, in order to stand on a solid place, you need to be strong, really. So don't be hurry to have this. So when you be innovative in anywhere in your student branch, don't think only about okay, I will do it when I become chairman. No, you need to collaborate with your friends and share your idea to make this your student branch or chapter more big or more important. So I wish you good luck, and really I wish you have great IEEE Day celebrations, and I hope we meet again, maybe in Region 810 Congress, or you invite me face to face that will be great, of course, to join you.
Yes, we look forward
Thanks
to
so
that
much.
too. Right. So, and thank you so much for your time.
Welcome.
And
Welcome.
you addressed some very important points. I think every one of us here will be benefited from this. So that's we have come to the end of our meeting, and now I will request Malisha Islam Papati to start the ending session here.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you, Amin Haq Chaudhary. So thank you, Muhammad Saif, for your advice and fabulous idea. So I think our participants hopefully can get sufficient suggestions from you as to take initiatives or some take new ventures, whatever it is, and to protect the organization, teamwork and transparency from executive committee members or volunteers is important. So
I think Malisha got disconnected or something.
Yeah. Now I think, yeah. Welcome back.
Oh, okay, you can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I'm disconnected. So, okay. So I just say this, thank you, Saif, for your advice and fabulous idea. Our participants hopefully can get sufficient suggestions from you to take some initiatives or taking any new ventures. And I personally think that to conduct an organization, teamwork and transparency from all executive committee members and volunteers is actually important. And definitely today's event is all about IEEE networking from Egypt, Germany, and Bangladesh. So it's good to know this is the main power of IEEE, I think. So thank you, Saif, again. And before ending this session, just want to thank you, our founding secretary, Walid bin Habib Bhai. I think you are here. So we would like to request you, as a founding secretary of our IEEE student branch, please say something on the special occasion of IEEE student branch, University Dhaka. Bhaiya, can you hear me?
Yes, thank you, Malisha.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay.
But if there are some noises outside me, I'm sorry for that.
No problem, Bhai, we can hear you.
Thank you. So I first want to thank Saif that because Friday is not our holiday, so he makes his time. And but I always wanted to make regional and cross-country relationship. So maybe this is the starting of your student branch with the Saif, and maybe some other student branches from Egypt. There are a lot of times the IEEE Student Activities Committee announces some events where binational, cross-country, and cross-regional collaborations are appreciated. So maybe at some point in future, you can make some events with Egypt and some student branches, and that's one of the things I thought. And thanks, Saif, as well, and also student branch due. When we started the student branch at Dhaka University in Bangladesh, we really didn't know how much it will go. It was very beginning in 2015, but now I feel good that you are taking this in the long run. A lot of students are getting funding from site and hack, and that really makes me proud. But I always appreciate if you keep this opportunity and do not drop out IEEE after your graduation. You keep it up, and maybe after 5 years, you will be in one of the session in Egypt, like Saif is today in Bangladesh. So that's what I hope from you. And thanks to all of you.
Thank you, Bhaiya. That's, I think, inspiring end note session. So thank you from IEEE student branch. So thank you, our speaker, Muhammad Saif. So before ending the session, again, I would like to request to all of our participants, please turn on your camera so that we can capture the moment with our speaker. So kindly turn on your camera so we can take a snapshot. So please, everybody, kindly turn on your camera. Abdullah Sajid, I think you can take the snapshot, okay?
Okay, everyone, please turn on your camera. I'll take a screenshot.
Okay.
Say 1, 2, 3 or something like this.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, E. Your pose.
Not everyone has turned on their camera. Should I still take it?
Okay, I think you can take it. Okay, maximum participants I can.
Okay,
turn on camera.
3,
Okay.
3, 2, 1. There we go.
Two.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
Thank you. I took the screenshot.
IEEE.
E. Okay.
See you.
Okay. Okay. See you, Saif. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, participants. Thank you, Walid Bhai, and thank you, Saif.
Bye bye.
Okay. Bye bye.
Thank you. So bye.
Okay, Samin, tumi hoche, you can off the recording, and Taskin, you can also stop the streaming. Hello, Samin.
সামিন, মুশিদ ভাই, আপনি কি ব্যাকআপ একটা নিয়েছেন স্ক্রিনশট?
হ্যালো হ্যাঁ, না আমি স্ক্রিনশট করতে পারিনি, মানে আমার ওই যে স্ক্রিন শেয়ার ছিল তো। তুমি নিয়েছো না নাকি?
হ্যাঁ, আমি নিয়েছি, কিন্তু ব্যাকআপ একটা থাকলে আমারটা যদি করাপ্টেড হয়ে যায়।
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা, বুঝতে পারছি। ব্যাকআপ হচ্ছে নিলয় নিয়ে থাকার কথা। নিলয়কে আমি বলে রাখছিলাম আগে
আচ্ছা,
আমাদের
ঠিক
ব্যাচে।
আছে, তাহলে ব্যাকআপ আছে।
আচ্ছা, তাহলে কি মিটিং এন্ড করে
হ্যাঁ,
দেই
আমরা
নাকি?
এন্ড করতে পারি। সামিন, তুমি রেকর্ডিংটা অফ করতে পারো। হ্যাঁ, আমি হচ্ছে মিটিংটা এন্ড করলাম। ওকে, টাটা।
ওকে, টাটা আপু।
ওকে, টাটা।